The reason why, well, times are tight, man, as far as my schedule goes. So it's 100% my fault. Guilty as charged. But doesn't mean spread knowledge has gone anywhere. It's still there, and it's still only $5 for 3 days. It's like $70 a month or something like that. If you get the subscription, use the discount code Mitch, and the just click on the link. But there's not a lot going. Also, part of the issue here is there just hasn't been a lot of sports on the schedule. But then what we came to realize is, well, spread knowledge covers tennis, soccer, so I know you guys will bet on anything. You're as bad as I am. So, Charles, how are you doing today?
Good, very well. Had a strong weekend. Looking forward to this week. Should be another good week.
Anyone ever notice, like, the Mitch people that come on my videos or, like, become regulars on my videos, all of a sudden their sound gets really good. Charles sounds way better than he did before.
Yeah, stepping up the professional mic game helps a bit. So, yeah, hope everyone had a good weekend out there. It's a great weekend of football. So good to have the Big Ten back and all the other, kind of conferences playing. Just need that Pac-12 to come back, right?
Yeah, I really had a rough day yesterday in the NFL. I never sit here and sugarcoat it or anything, but I had a really rough day. I had the 3 early games, and I'll talk. We're going to do our live show at 10:30, and I'll talk about these more then. But I had the 3 early games that every one of them I could have won, and I lost every one of them. I had the Falcons. They lost on that last second touchdown to the Lions. They were winning, and lost. Raheem Morris on 4th and 5, midway through the third quarter, up by 1 point, went for it. It just didn't even make sense. It was like, you're up by 1. You can make it a 4-point lead. It's 4th and 5. It's not 4th and inches or something. Everyone just seems compelled to go for it on 4th down every single time now. It's ridiculous. I mean, and that was not a go for it. Up by 1. You make it a 4-point lead, take it, make it that they have to score a touchdown as opposed to the field goal. And then if they score the touchdown, you're only 3 behind. It's like, what are you, an idiot? I mean, just seriously. I mean, do you not want a head coaching job ever again? Is this what you're going for? Because that's the type of decisions that get you there. Was that losing games like that? I mean, if he wasn't an interim coach, you would say these are the type of games that get coaches fired. So I had that one. I had the Titans, who played terrible in the first half. I came on at halftime and I said, we're going to bet the Titans big second half. We got the Titans minus 3.5 for the second half. Pounded the living crap out of it. So we won big on that. But my actual pick on the game was the Titans, and they missed the field goal to take it to overtime, and they had all the momentum in the world going into that. I thought for sure they were going to win that game. What I said at halftime was that there were 4 batted passes in the first half that all bounced off Titan defenders' fingertips, and they were dropped on the floor. And that the second half, that those were going to convert to interceptions, and that's exactly what happened. And it was like, we're rolling. But I did parlay, and I did give this out on the halftime show. I said, let's parlay the second half up. We'll do the Bills minus 7 for the second half at plus 105. The Titans minus 3.5, which was the gift, right? And then the Cleveland Browns, who were trailing at halftime, laying 3.5 as well. So they won the game by 3. They didn't cover the game, but they covered that halftime, which was all we really cared about at that point, since we didn't have an original bet on the game. So I ended up hitting that 3-teamer, and that paid pretty nicely.
Those are some good halftime picks. I saw the end of the Titans game. I can't believe that Gostowski missed that field goal. It's crazy.
I have to say, if I just bet my halftime picks, I'm usually about 80. My halftime shows are some of the most popular things that I do, and people go nuts when I don't come on at halftime. And because I'm a game watcher, so I can see what's happening on the field and how, and you can tell what's going to happen in the second half. It's tougher. It's always tougher when the team is going to win is leading at the half. It makes those halftime bets a lot harder. Like last night, I thought Seattle was going to win that game. there was, when you look at the game in hindsight, I was on the wrong side. The game was obviously fixed, right? But I was just on the wrong side. A lot of these games, there's just nothing you can do, right? But it's like on that one, I was obviously just on the wrong side of the fix, and that's going to happen too. It's just, when they call that, it's always that on the fix, it's always that inconspicuous call, that unnecessary roughness on that third down where they would have been punting from their own 6-yard line, as opposed to they go down and score a touchdown, right? So that's possibly a 10 to 14 point swing. The Seahawks would have the ball at the 50-yard line. It's probably at least a field goal, right? So it's 10-point swing there on that play. Then there's it was so bad, the officiating. The official is standing right on the goal line, right in the back of the end zone, right? Lockett catches the ball for a touchdown. The referee, who's standing literally 2 inches away, calls touchdown. It gets overruled by some guy in the parking lot, and they have to go to instant replay on a challenge to get the touchdown. Because there's no way they could have done it at that point, because it's clear both of his feet are in. There's nothing It's like, but how does that even happen? Anyways, we move on. We're going to use computer picks. What do you got, Charles?
Yeah. Yeah, primetime can be wacky.
It's just in general, the NFL is when ratings are bad, things happen. What do we got for?
All right, so
because we're running late here.
Tennis today.
I can talk all day. Tennis. Should we
bring
your?
Some tennis day. Change it up. I'm going to show you guys a little bit how I kind of use the software to make some picks. I think everyone kind of appreciates that. So.
I'm not seeing your screen.
Oh, you can't see it?
Let me see it.
Let me see
if I can see it on Skype.
The our best tennis pick is probably starting in 2 minutes.
I show what you're showing is me on your screen. That's why.
Let me try. Let's see.
I see your screen, but it's me. Now it's you. Now you're gone.
How about now?
Yes. Now I see it. All right.
Okay.
We're gonna bring Charles's screen here. And there you go. I'm going to give you the mic, which I think a lot of people are going to like that.
So the strongest pick on the board here for tennis today, in my opinion, is the Pablo Carreño Busta pick, which starts probably in about 2 minutes. He plays Gael Monfils. Gael Monfils hasn't been playing a lot, and he hasn't been playing, when he does play, it's been very poor. And Carreño Busta has been very strong. He's a Spanish tennis player, very, very good baseline player. Gets into long rallies and stuff. So really like Carreño Busta. We don't have him on the board here today. I'll have to check why, but he's a game spread like -2. Gael Monfils almost never wins the first set. So, look for Carreño Busta to kind of win that first set. And then if Gael Monfils has any chance, which I don't think he really does, I really don't think he has much of a chance at all, but Carreño Busta is a -165. And the game spread's -2. I would take both of those if you can. The second pick that I wanted to go over today was Alex de Minaur playing Daniil Medvedev. Medvedev's been hurt. He's had a shoulder injury, and it's kind of been ailing him. If you see his performance, it's way down and very poor. And the machines like Alex de Minaur too. I think he got to the semifinals last week of the tournament, either Bet Holtz in Germany or a different one. In Europe, but he's playing really well. He's from Australia. He's kind of a shorter guy, but he gets into long rallies, and he's really good on the baseline. So really like him to cover this 3.5 game spread here. So I would take that. And then the third one today, let's see, scroll down a little bit. Where are we?
We're in Hawaii.
Here it is. Looking for this is Djokovic against his hitting partner. So Filip Krajinovic is Djokovic's hitting partner. So they play together all the time. They're like best friends. Djokovic is a monster spread cover. He covers all the time like Nadal. However, this is his hitting partner, and he's like best friends with him. So I see this one. They like to play kind of tie breaks. So I see this one going to at least one tie break. And if it goes to at least one tie break, Krajinovic probably covers no problem, because he's not going to get like 6-2 on the other set. So in this case, I would take Filip Krajinovic plus 5.5. And I also like the over here too. because I do believe one of these will go to a tiebreak just because they like to hit with each other. So if you take the over here, if it goes to tiebreak, then Krajinovic just has to cover one spread. One game coming back. So that's kind of an easy cover, I think, when you have two friends kind of playing each other. So that's it. Those are our three for today.
So I know exactly what you're saying about the hitting partner thing when we get back on here. And yeah, I mean, I've had friends that have played sports at a higher level. And it's like, I have a friend of mine that was like, really like top level football player. But when he played in our neighborhood tackle games, he was a mere mortal. It's crazy, right? It's like because you know him, you know all the moves, you know all the things, and it's like also you just want to crush him, right? And it's the same thing. Like I could tell you like that same thing. He's Djokovic. He's Djokovic's hitting partner more than likely because he also knows all his little moves, his tendencies, all of his little things better than anybody else, even better than Novak probably knows them.
Right.
Because he's like, he knows if he hits this shot and he's running in this direction, that he's going to hit this shot 99 out of 100 times. And he also knows because the thing about Djokovic, that, as the layman of tennis, right? I don't even watch it anymore, but when I do watch it, the thing that I notice about him is that, back in the day, there are certain players that were just really good getters. It's like the ball would be like in the back line. They could come scrambling, dive, and, like McEnroe was good like that, right? And it just Bjorn Borg was the same way, where they could just continue a point, continue to get, like, they might lob it back out. It might be another overhead smash right back, to the other side. But it's like, at least they continue to make the guy hit another overhead smash,
Yeah.
But with Novak, what happens is he fires it back into a winner, right? So it's like this guy knows. It's like, if I'm going to try and do this, I can't put it here because he's going to hit it and it's going to be a winner on me, cross-court winner. While if I put it over here, it's just going to be a return, right? So it's like those tendencies. I like that angle. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Might have to put a little something.
They practice all the time together. I'm sure Djokovic has like multiple hitting partners, but they practice a lot together.
Oh no, that's, believe me, I'm from Miami, and it's like I have friends of mine that played on the tennis teams in Miami are elite. It's like we had Argentinians and all kinds of guys that Venezuelans who really could play. The South Americans. Really could play some tennis on our team. I mean, they were, the junior national champions and stuff were on, playing Miami high school tennis. It's like if you play in Miami high school tennis, you're going to play against a lot of people whose last names you recognize from the tour. It's basically what it is.
International. It's like an international city, right? They're going to get a lot of.
Tennis is a super international game.
Yeah.
And that's why we always cover it at Sports Chat Place. Cover all the matches, every tournament, Sports Chat Place. A lot of people, they don't cover the tennis. I always do it. I have 2 tennis writers. These guys just cover tennis. 2 of them.
Tennis is a fun sport to bet. It's really fun because every point matters. It's wild.
I've always just tried to explain this to people in the past. It's like they're like the number 178th ranked tennis player probably drives a Maserati and makes like $2.3 million a year. It's like, and he's,
crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And it's like, when I lived in Cincinnati, people would give me tickets to the event and whatever, at Cincinnati, and it was always the big names, It was just, the thing about tennis that's a little different than the other sports is that the guys generally walk into the stadium the same place that you do. Right? It's like, it's one of those sports, almost like spring training baseball, where the players walk into the stadium through the same entrance with the fans,
Yeah.
Where it's like a weird experience, right? So getting autographs, getting all those things is very, very accessible at tennis. It's unlike most other sports. It's like most of the guys that have endorsement deals, but it's not like with a certain company that they can't sign this or do this, like the baseball and basketball guys, like Jerry Maguire. I only signed the top seat.
It's
But
a new
anyways,
sport.
so those are your picks for today. Of course, you can get Spread Knowledge. We'll start doing the show again on a daily basis. There's a lot of soccer going on. We're going to have college basketball in just about a month, a little less than a month. I'm really excited for that. So we'll have what you call a crap ton, and Spread Knowledge takes names in college hoops. You want to recap for everybody real quick what the picks are?
Yeah, Carreno Busta -2 game spread. Filip Krajinovic +5.5 against Djokovic, and Alex de Minaur +3.5 against Daniil Medvedev.
There you go, man. No one covers tennis like we do. Have a great day, everyone. Be sure to check out Spread Knowledge. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll take some score on to how we did on this. Hopefully that all comes up aces. Have a great day. I'll see you guys in about 10 minutes for the live show.